Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan apa khabar semua. Welcome to the Taqim. Ding. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan apa khabar Sorry. Lupa lah nak mute dekat browser. Oh my god. Tentu ya tengok stream sini. Ini biasalah. Anjir ada one viewer. Lol. So for today, kami WuWa guys. WuWa ada update baru with a new waifu. Shopping. So hari ni kita pinjam mikrofon Ayumi Ustaz. Aku tak tahu lah kita stream boleh lama ke tak hari ni. Aku rasa boleh sejam setengah je.
Still
aku nak
nowhere
kenal.
near finding Imperator. I'd better check on Abby.
Abby?
Abby.
Abby tak jawab. Ask how Abby is doing. The Maiden and the Defier. The Death Crier. Death Crier? Okay. Showing. Teleporter terus. Bapak semua guys. Lama kita tak berjumpa lah. Ada update baru kita stream lah.
You there, Abster?
Appster?
It's taking longer for Abby to react.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about. I'm just a little beat, that's all. Oh, earlier, when I was half asleep, I came up with this great idea for finding the Sentinel.
Let's hear it.
Didn't the Sentinel say they're locked up in some kind of tower in the sky?
Ooh.
Well, how about I just fly up there and look for it? Easy as pie.
The tower is either too far to see, or it's totally covered by clouds. Otherwise, we would have seen some sign of it on the ground. In the shape you're in, are you sure you could fly that far?
Hey, come on! It won't hurt to try. The cliff at Eglatown would be a perfect launch pad.
Seriously, dia nak terbang lebih tinggi? Eglatown. We are the Eglatown. Eglatown? Eglatown. Eh? Who's that? New character? New 4-star? Hello? Nama tak ada new character 4-star guys. WuWa. Semua 5-star. Tidak. Oh, music. Ooh.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me, what feelings did my piece evoke in you?
It's 5-star character. Dia 5-star punya question mark, right? A feeling of nostalgia.
Wow. A very valuable insight. Thank you. That brings me closer to completing my piece. Salutations, Rover. My name is Chacona.
Oh, dia lah Chacona.
I'm glad to have met you.
Chacona. Tangkona. You're looking for me.
I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that abandoned house, I suddenly felt this, well, you know, rush of inspiration.
Anda Montelli punya ni ya.
So I stopped to compose a piece. Surprise, surprise, the melody led me right to you. Well, I suppose this won't count as me getting distracted, right?
Nope.
If Carlotta asked you to find me, has something happened?
Something
Lady Carlotta
somewhere.
told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartothea. She dispatched search teams soon after, but there's been no sign of Cartothea since. That's why she
Kartatia.
asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the time. To see if any details you might have missed become clearer.
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. Think of it like being in an immersive portrait. Can you tell me about your meeting with Cartathea? The more details, the better. Even the smallest things count. A few notes here, some emotions there,
Oh,
textures.
testium mana bercahaya.
That should do it.
Ooh. Banyak suit tali dia. What the fish?
Now then, Rover. Time for you to tune in to your memories.
Hey. Masuk ke alam mimpi. The Inception.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean I'm supposed to see the past from another perspective?
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. It appears there is a special connection between them.
Oh. Jumpa lagi.
What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this moment. But this seems unexpected.
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's voice guided me to you.
You heard the Sentinel's voice? Then tell me, am I their resonator?
Resonate. Ni tadi lah. Lama tak stream. Tunggu update baru stream. Ni pun busy sikit dengan rumah baru. Question I have yet to answer myself.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost. And Primus Fenrico
Tapi dah, belum
claims
lagi.
you are the resonator for Leviathan.
Tapi rumah baru siap tak? I mean, dia punya
But
progress.
you really don't have any idea?
Tapi tak semua lagi yang siap. Dapur pun esok baru nak pasang kabinet. So, rumah still berhabur lah. So, internet pun tak ada. Change lah
I've
sikit tu.
actually been searching for the answer to this question too.
Nanti maybe aku tak stream beberapa
My
bulan.
memories are
Maybe.
fragmented. I remember becoming a resonator. And the moment I was
Kalau
given
Unify tak ada,
the
maybe aku nak kena kumpul duit untuk beli Starlink.
I also remember fighting something, but the details and the outcome of that battle are lost to me.
Starlink kena invest dalam 1,600 ke nak beli alat dia
You
tu.
seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel. Tell me, why is that?
Sentinel is in danger. Oh, Abby.
You rang? Check it out! Our frequencies got split apart.
What do you mean? Kau berbrand ke last time? Tak.
Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about. Nothing new to me, though.
Banyak agak
This
pakai
must
duit.
be a
Banyak.
frequency that's
Aku
entangled.
dah habiskan 10,000
Is it some
nak
kind
buat
of echo?
dapur. Tu pun tak habis lagi. You can sense Abby? Tak campak
Yes.
lagi
I'm
kipas lampu yang aku
experiencing
beli dekat dalam Shopee tu.
frequency split.
Escalator.
No, there is
Yang
little
tadi
that
nak
remains
pull.
of my
Of
resonance
course.
powers. I feel its frequency weakening.
Sekarang PT dah
I
tinggi dah.
understand why you're eager to find the sentinel. You
Sentinel.
said you heard the sentinel's voice. Was there anything else they said?
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower suspended in the sky.
Ensnared? Does that mean behind the seals there's...
Tapi aku stay 50-50 lah. Kalau aku nak pullkan Tarela. Something come to mind?
I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a frequency. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center stands a tower, its gate locked by 3 seals.
Kat sini
I
banyak
sensed a
pendapat
voice
pun.
calling out to me from behind them. Could it
Okay
be
lah
the
kan.
sentinel?
Kalau menang 50-50 lepas tu dapat weapon ni okay lah.
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Drenodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the Threnodian.
Taranodian. How sure are you, Abby?
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up a flavor I've already tasted.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. We came across Thenodian powers before in Jinzhou. So, it's safe to say Abby can be trusted.
Do you think
Telinga dia. Tajam.
I'm the Threnodian's resonator?
If we're making assumptions, let's err on the optimistic side first.
Let's air. What is air? Let's
Given the
air.
current situation, it is possible you were affected by the Thenodian's powers during your battle alongside Imperator.
Best gila mesti talkative.
That
Very
could be the
talkative.
reason
Tak macam
behind losing all
Genshin.
your power too.
Genshin senyap.
I take it this theory would benefit you as well.
Benefit you as well.
After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's powers for treatment, does it not? Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. It could also be a blessed maiden, trying to regain her powers. In that case, it appears we share the same
Suara kali ni
goal of
Rover banyak
finding the
cakap.
Sentinel.
Macam nampak dah personality dia. You're awfully calm about this. Very calm.
Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere gave me plenty of time to consider countless possibilities. I've braced myself for whatever may come until I find the answers I'm seeking.
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower.
Telinga dah bergerak.
I want to speak with you in
Aduh.
person. How can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land.
Oh, story ni lama.
Though its
Minggai.
perimeter is surrounded by a
Ah,
barrier.
mesti dah habis.
I cannot leave, and no one can enter.
Paling macam serious just break it open.
I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the sonorosphere's integrity. If it's destroyed, the entire sphere will collapse. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come crashing down on Raguna. It would be catastrophic.
You said no one can get in. Has anyone tried?
Yes. I've occasionally sensed someone wandering outside the barrier, as if searching for a way inside. Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Gusto ni paling best WuWa buat setakat ni. Puh.
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish.
Mentang waifu pula Cik. Aku ngebi buat macam tu.
I wasn't able to get a clear look. I can only describe the feeling I got from her as a resonator.
Cik. Berdenyut jenyut. Menyalau. Yang berdenyut.
It would seem this resonance ability can only last for so long.
I'll look for a way to find this person you mentioned.
Something tells me you will keep your promise. No matter the outcome, this may be my chance to find the answers I've been looking for.
Macam best tu dengar suara. Bukan sebab waifu. Memang story memang best sekali. Okay. Showing. Ada dapat dah. Kantarella. Rover bangun.
You're finally awake.
Ada
How are you
tanduk.
feeling? Any headache, tingling feet, upset stomach?
Pasal baju dia macam lebih kurang macam
Phew. I
Tangli.
tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. I thought you were... Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh. It kind of breaks my heart to know you reacted like that when it wasn't even a lullaby.
No, it was really helpful.
Helpful for your sleeping troubles,
bukan. You kiak pun nak wifi. First time pun dapat jump scare calculator. Putih pula dapat kantarella. Jump scare calculator? What do you mean?
Wow.
Kena wow.
So my forte created a special connection that led to some
Dia punya-
unexpected developments.
Dia punya personality menarik lah.
Friend or foe? What truths lie behind the seal? And who is that
Lakon.
mysterious wandering figure?
Kacaru. Oh, calculator
This
panggil.
is going to be a very exciting song.
Lepas tu 40. Bapak ada 50 pun dapat. Dapat 2 5 star. Fudge. Gemuk kan kucing ni.
I'll pass this information on to Lady Carlotta. So, what do you plan to do next?
Who is that?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord.
Oh.
My name is Sebastian. As per milady's instructions, I have been entrusted with the honor of inviting you to the Phasalia estate for
Cantarella.
a discussion.
Yes, you go.
The Phasalia family. The one that's likely worshipping the Thrnodian. Why does she want to talk with me?
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up some unfortunate misunderstandings that occurred previously.
Tell her I accept the invitation, but at a later time.
Weapon kat 30
I will
fur.
convey
Nice.
your message to my lady.
Kurang dari 100 dapat semua. Nice.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. Especially while they're still in the middle of negotiations with Lady Carlotta. She's just as unpredictable as the rumors say.
Tell me about these rumors.
I suppose you would want to know more about her before taking up her invitation, She's known to be a recluse and rarely makes public appearances. No one outside the family even knows her real name. They just call her the head of the Phasalia family. I've heard quite a few rumors. Which
Meja
one
aku
would you like
kalah
to hear
piti
first?
last time. Dua-dua hak piti. Oh
I
yeah.
have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts.
Listen to your heart. They all sound like clickbait titles to me.
Hello, that's why they're called rumors. I'm just doing my due diligence by being faithful to the source material. So, ready to dive right in?
Korang ni macam Bart lah. Kan? Give me a quick summary. I'll get into the details later.
Well, long story short, the Phasalia family was one of the first to set foot on these islands and establish order in Renacita.
Oh.
Their lineage even predates the Order of the Deep, and their craft of extracting toxins from aquatic plants is a legacy passed down through generations. Word is, they select the new head of household by having candidates ingest each other's poisons and wait to see who's still breathing when it's all over.
Damn.
Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. They say she didn't go through the usual selection process. Instead, she took the throne by poisoning her predecessor. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning her victims in hallucinations until they agree to her terms without even realizing it.
Sounds like a dangerous person. Berat betul personality je korang tu lah. Mesti sesuai lah dengan
The Phasalia family aside,
macam
she's
dia
someone
main alat
you
muzik.
definitely want to
Oh,
handle
tu
with
sesuai
care.
lah.
If you're set on meeting her, I'd be extra careful if I were you.
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how Cardathea spoke about the wandering figure by the barrier.
Oh, cakap pasal Kantari lah.
Can't rule out the possibility that they're the same person. Looks like I'll need to pay her a visit.
Ooh, Maiden, Defier and the Death for Crier. Hello, Cakona. Tinggi lah. I mean, exclude tanduk pun kinda tinggi lah. Oh, dengan ni kan. Beza tu. Short Queen. Okay. Let's go guys. Next one. Ooh. New teleport. What? Sebelum ni ada tempat ni. What? Huh. Ada ke? Kita dapat venti dalam WuWa tapi tak pondan. Saya untuk buat. Venti dalam WuWa. Aduh ai. Oh, akhirnya boleh masuk. Dulu aku nak cari jalan macam mana nak masuk dalam ni.
I think the head of the Phasalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phasalias try anything against you, I'll get
Cakap
you,
English ni.
even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Cartathea mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it.
Okay. Let's go, guys.
Now,
Eh.
if you'll please just follow me.
After you. Okay. Aduh. Noise. Awalnya kita dapat jumpa Cantarella. You kidding me? Sebas. Kalau Butler je mesti dah mau
Moment,
Sebas.
please. I shall inform milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary.
Kau cakap mau dah cakap no need.
To keep our
sorry.
honored guest waiting would
Carlota.
be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation.
Nice gila dia punya introduction.
Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Get in.
Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival.
Have you seen my crown? Uyu, aku popa. Lol.
The laurel is a gift of the divinity. What claim have I to crown one as distinguished as yourself?
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
I should be the one to apologize for not understanding our guest's attempt at lightening the mood.
Just already will do.
Very well. You may also call me Cantarella.
Cantarella.
Now, shall we proceed to my study?
Ui, tiba-tiba dah ramai orang. What the heck? Dia sembunyi ke apa? Berta. I mean nice tempat Visalia Ho. I mean Montelli nampak macam mafia-ish. Kan? Enter the study. Apa shot queen shoot? Oh ni, okey lah. Dia tinggi lagi. Okay, let's go. Hui. God damn. Tak main Assassin's Creed Shadow ke? Main kai. Aku rasa tak main Assassin's Creed kan.
Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
Bring the tea.
This tea. Is it from Jinjo?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before
With
we get
Mondelli?
into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not
Mangai.
dwell on that.
Mangai.
What is your
Oh,
opinion on the current state of Raguna?
boy. Peaceful in a way that feels wrong.
So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate.
Nice camera
It
angle.
uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart?
Are you implying the order worships the Threnodian? Lemak 20 ringgit tu. Mahal lagi kosong. You are one to talk given how strange your family's been acting.
Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
This is a castle? Ya, betul ya. Memang castle pun.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue. It represents the unbroken friendship between the Phasaelius and the Order. But in the eyes of outsiders, it is more a symbol of defeat and submission.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
These are violacas. They produce a unique fragrance, wouldn't you say? Violacas are a vital ingredient for our elixirs. This is it.
Oh, sorry. Conversation tak habis. But it is what it is, man. Aku nak duduk sini ke? Kan?
Are you prepared?
Yes.
Let's go.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to.
Enter the secret room. Ooh, damn. Ni bukan room ni. Nama tinggi dengan rover lah. Shwing.
Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator.
What makes you think I can do that?
Both Jinzhou and Jue owe you their future. That makes you the only person capable of this task.
How you get your information? Sentinel cannot leave its commission region.
I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Renacita. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you've described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Renacita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate?
Describe the Cantarella what was portrayed on the stained glass. Macam ruin
The
church tu
part
kan.
regarding the Maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a Maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact.
That's not how Jue found their resonator.
That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space.
Oh.
With it, they can withdraw a
Space
portion
and
of power.
time.
That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the Sentinel. Only the Chosen One may hope to draw it.
Then,
Chosen one.
what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the Maiden was already dead.
Are you saying the real maiden was already chosen?
In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select those with the strongest will, these young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The Maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathia's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
Can I get closer to at the sword?
By all means.
Damn. Lain tu. Saya dah tengok rover. Jadi Excalibur. Ooh, nice. This is my sword now.
Who are you, really?
I'm the one. Just call me the Arbiter.
The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me.
Kata about the conversation you had with Cartathia.
I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master?
It already is fine.
Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
We have a deal. Radreen said the sword of the woman before shaking her head.
Turvin can only serve its purpose.
Ooh, terdapat benda baru, guys.
You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator's sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cardathea sensed wandering outside the sonorosphere.
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the facility that
Woo-wee!
leads directly
First
to
stuff
the
for Rover.
sonorosphere.
No money if I
The mechanism
do.
beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit.
Dia beradik. Kakak ni adik. Okay, let's go guys.